7. Warning signs your lungs are in danger. Don't ignore these. Do you ever catch yourself brushing off a persistent cough or feeling unusually out of breath? These may seem like minor inconveniences, but they could actually be early warning signs that your lungs are in trouble. Our lungs are silent warriors, working tirelessly every second to keep us alive, yet they rarely get the attention they deserve. Unfortunately, many lung problems start with subtle, easy-to-ignore symptoms that can escalate into serious health conditions if left unchecked. That's why it's critical to know the signs before it's too late. In today's video, we'll uncover 7 key warning signs that your lungs might be in danger, signs you absolutely cannot afford to ignore. From the smallest whispers of wheezing to more alarming red flags, we've got you covered. So whether you're looking out for yourself or a loved one, stay tuned. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with the knowledge to protect your lung health and take action when it matters most. Let's dive in. Sign 1. Persistent coughing. Coughing is a natural reflex that helps clear your airways of irritants. But when a cough lingers for more than 3 weeks, it's time to take it seriously. A persistent cough is often one of the first signs that your lungs might be struggling. There are several potential causes for this symptom. It could be linked to chronic bronchitis, a condition often caused by smoking or exposure to pollutants. It may also indicate asthma, which causes inflammation and narrowing of the airways. In more severe cases, a long-term cough could signal lung infections, such as tuberculosis or pneumonia, or even lung cancer, especially if accompanied by blood in the mucus. What makes persistent coughing particularly concerning is how easily it's dismissed as just a cold or allergies. According to studies, people wait an average of 6 months before seeking medical advice for a chronic cough, risking delays in diagnosing serious conditions. If you've noticed that your cough isn't improving, or if it's disrupting your sleep, causing chest pain, or accompanied by other symptoms like weight loss or fatigue, don't ignore it. Schedule a visit with a healthcare professional. Early intervention could save your lungs and your life. Sign 2. Shortness of breath. Have you noticed yourself gasping for air after minimal physical activity, like climbing a flight of stairs or even walking to the mailbox? Shortness of breath, also known as dyspnea, is a symptom many people overlook, but it's a critical red flag when it comes to your lung health. Shortness of breath can be caused by conditions such as chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, asthma, or early-stage pulmonary diseases. In some cases, it might even indicate a more serious issue like interstitial lung disease or pulmonary hypertension, which can severely affect your lung capacity and overall health. Here's the science. When your lungs are struggling, they can't efficiently deliver oxygen to your bloodstream, leaving your muscles and organs starved for air. The result? You feel winded even during everyday activities. What makes it tricky is that people often blame shortness of breath on age, weight, or lack of fitness. But if you're experiencing it regularly, especially when lying down or at rest, it's time to consult a healthcare professional. Sign 3. Chest pain or tightness. Chest pain or tightness is one of the most alarming signs your lungs might be in trouble. While occasional discomfort might be linked to minor issues like muscle strain, persistent or sharp chest pain, especially when breathing deeply, coughing, or during physical activity, can signal something far more serious. This kind of pain often points to conditions such as pleurisy, where the lining around your lungs becomes inflamed, or even a collapsed lung, medically known as pneumothorax. Other potential culprits include pulmonary embolism, a life-threatening blockage in your lungs, or lung infections like pneumonia. What's more, chest tightness paired with difficulty breathing or coughing up blood can be a red flag for lung cancer, particularly if it persists or worsens over time. According to medical studies, up to 20% of patients with serious lung issues report chest pain as their first noticeable symptom. If you ever experience unexplained or severe chest pain, don't hesitate. Seek medical attention immediately. It's always better to be cautious than to miss a critical diagnosis. Your lungs are trying to tell you something. Are you listening? Sign 4. Chronic fatigue or weakness. Have you ever felt completely drained of energy, even after getting a full night's rest? Chronic fatigue or persistent weakness isn't just a sign of overwork or lack of sleep. It could be your lungs signaling that they're struggling to provide your body with enough oxygen. When your lungs aren't functioning properly, oxygen delivery to your blood and muscles is compromised. This can leave you feeling exhausted, even after minimal physical effort, like walking up a flight of stairs. Studies show that fatigue is a common symptom in conditions like chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, pulmonary fibrosis, and lung infections like pneumonia. If you notice this fatigue paired with other symptoms, shortness of breath, a persistent cough, or unexplained weight loss, it's crucial to get checked by a healthcare provider. Often, people dismiss fatigue as a sign of aging or stress, but it could be the early indicator of serious lung conditions. Don't let fatigue slow you down. Pay attention to your energy levels and seek professional advice if this symptom persists. Protecting your lungs now could mean reclaiming your energy and vitality later. Sign 5. Persistent wheezing or whistling sounds. Have you ever noticed a high-pitched whistling sound when you breathe, almost as if your lungs are trying to whisper a warning? Persistent wheezing is one of the most overlooked signs of lung trouble. Yet it's a signal your body sends when something is blocking or narrowing your airways. Wheezing often occurs when the airways are inflamed or constricted, making it harder for air to flow in and out. This symptom is commonly associated with conditions like asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, or even severe allergies. However, it can also indicate a more serious issue, such as bronchitis, lung infections, or even a tumor in the airway. What makes wheezing especially concerning is how it can gradually worsen. At first, you might only hear it during physical activity or at night, but if left unchecked, it could become a constant struggle, leading to fatigue and shortness of breath. Here's a tip. If you or someone you know experiences persistent wheezing, don't self-diagnose. It's vital to consult a doctor. Sign 6. Blood in cough or mucus. Spotting blood in your cough or mucus is one of the most alarming signs that something could be seriously wrong with your lungs. Even a small streak of blood is not normal and should never be ignored. This symptom, medically known as hemoptysis, could signal a variety of lung issues, ranging from infections to life-threatening conditions. One of the most common causes is chronic bronchitis, where prolonged inflammation of the airways leads to irritation and bleeding. Another possibility is a serious infection, such as tuberculosis, TB, or pneumonia, both of which require immediate medical intervention. In more severe cases, blood in mucus can be an early sign of lung cancer or pulmonary embolism, a condition where blood clots block arteries in the lungs. According to medical research, 7 to 15% of cases presenting blood in mucus are linked to cancer, especially in individuals with a history of smoking. However, even non-smokers are at risk due to factors like air pollution or genetic predisposition. Sign 7. Frequent respiratory infections. Have you noticed that you're constantly battling colds, bronchitis, or even pneumonia? If you feel like you're on a never-ending loop of respiratory infections, this could be a critical sign that your lungs are struggling. Healthy lungs are equipped with natural defenses to fight off infections, but when they're compromised, these defenses weaken, leaving you vulnerable to repeated illnesses. Frequent respiratory infections may point to underlying problems such as chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, asthma, or even conditions like bronchiectasis, which causes abnormal widening of the airways and increases the risk of infections. Over time, recurring infections can scar lung tissue, further reducing lung function. According to studies, individuals experiencing more than 3 significant respiratory infections per year are at a higher risk of developing long-term lung issues. This can lead to symptoms like chronic coughing, shortness of breath, and fatigue. Your lungs work tirelessly to keep you alive. Don't ignore their cries for help. We've just covered 7 crucial warning signs that could indicate your lungs are in danger. If any of these signs sound familiar, don't wait. Consult a healthcare professional as soon as possible. Now it's your turn to take action. Like this video if you found it helpful, share it with friends and family to spread awareness, and subscribe for more life-changing health tips.